Let's talk about fish. Did you know fish have rich social lives and use touch as a reward? Fish experience a range of emotions, including fear, joy, relaxation, and playfulness.
Okay, what she's trying to do is compare fish with us, proving that fish have all these emotions and everything, that they are a lot like us. So leave the fish alone kind of thing. Yeah, she's just using this to basically stop us from fishing and all that and eating them. And honestly, it's kind of a weak tactic, seeing as fish process pain differently than we do.
They communicate with squeaks, squeals, and other low frequency sounds that humans can only hear with special instruments.
It's the same thing with plants. You also need a special instrument to pick up the cries that the plants make when they're in pain. So even though you're using that same tactic for a fish, it's the same thing with plants. You need a laser microphone to hear the screams that they make when they are in pain. And if you're going to say that the screams that plants make are just a defense mechanism, then I can say the same thing about fish.
And fishing is one of the main pollutants of our oceans.
80% of all pollution comes from runoff from the land.
Remember that fish are friends, not food.
Now, what movie have I heard this from?
There are plenty of vegan seafood products out there to help you go vegan for animals this Veganuary.
1. Vegan seafood. If you're going to replicate the fish, you might as well eat it. And 2. What the heck is Veganuary? What about Omnivanuary? Why do vegan activists feel that they have to have a special month or day to feel important? Why can't they just let us eat in peace and we'll do the same for them?
Happy Veganuary! 2021 is the perfect opportunity to change your life and the lives of countless animals for the better by going vegan. And pigs are among some of the most widely exploited animals for human consumption.
There we go with that Veganuary again. But yeah, just because something is more available than others doesn't make it wrong. Okay, yeah, they're in factory farms, and it's a brutal place. But look at the amount of people on this planet. How else do you plan to feed them? You can't just feed them on vegetables. If everyone were to eat vegetables, we'd run out of room. Because vegetables digest much faster than meat. How would you keep your body sustained? I mean, yeah, sure. They could hire better workers at those factory farms and improve on cleanliness at those facilities. But still, how else are you going to manage that many animals without making mistakes? Seriously, you can't exactly be gentle at a factory farm when you have to mass produce tons of animals to ship them out. By shipping them out, I'm talking about the product of those animals. But yeah, you can't exactly have nothing but vegetables and sustain everyone that way. Meat takes a lot longer to digest, okay? Vegetables digest much quicker, so you get hungrier faster. So you would need a lot more farms just to keep everyone full. And even then, it would constantly, you would be eating more meals than you would normally consume eating animal product, because your body would digest those vegetables much quicker than the meat. And keeping your protein levels up and iron levels up isn't going to be easy on just vegetables, because vegetables can only produce non-heme iron. Heme iron is what the body mostly absorbs. So a lot of people going vegan might become anemic because it's very difficult keeping those iron levels up.
Much like humans, pigs are particular about the temperature and are capable of learning to adjust a thermostat. Pigs are super affectionate. Did you know newborn pigs learn to run to their mother's voice? And mother pigs sing to their young while nursing?
I mean, all species have a way to communicate. Even plants do. But it doesn't mean we shouldn't eat them. It's all essential of what your body needs. Now, it would be different if the pigs had the same mentality as us, if they were to make their own government and try to protect themselves from us. But that's not happening. Pigs They still live off instinct.
They also like to snuggle and prefer sleeping nose to nose, and they dream the same way that humans do. Pigs are extremely clean animals and don't even sweat. They like to bathe frequently to keep cool.
And how does that relate to us? I mean, seriously, we don't sleep nose to nose with other humans. We don't bathe frequently to stay cool. We sweat. So, how are we even similar to pigs in that aspect?
There are plenty of vegan options for bacon, ham, and pork that don't involve any cruelty to pigs. Check out Tabitha Brown's carrot bacon video. And for more vegan tips, order your own vegan starter kit.
Vegan bacon, ham, and pork? Have you guys ever tried fake bacon bits before? You know how gross that is? No, thank you. I'm not going to go the vegan option on that. And vegan starter kit? I kind of always felt like it was all about the money when it came to the vegan industry. I mean, think about it. Telling people that meat is bad and trying to promote your own products kind of felt like the whole industry was all about profit. I mean, notice how she threw out the vegan starter kit. To me, it just all seemed like a selling point for them.
We've said this once, and we'll keep saying it until the pet trade industry is abolished. Stop buying animals. Why? The vast majority of animals sold in pet stores come from suppliers who breed them in crowded, factory-like conditions where many endure prolonged, painful deaths without any veterinary care.
Okay, most breeders that I know aren't like factory farms. Most breeders are actually pretty good. Now, you will have your set of bad breeders out there, but the majority that I know take well good care of their animals. Next thing she's probably going to tell us is that dogs all come from a big factory-like facility where they're treated badly and kicked around.
Pet stores treat animals like disposable merchandise and are passed off to almost any human willing to pay for them.
Okay, if you're talking about fish or rodents, then yes, you're more likely going to see dead bodies of those animals lying around because so many of them are born. So the probability is pretty high. And I hate to break it to you, but at the pet shop, they are merchandise.
Some people say that there are responsible breeders, but in the US alone, there are about 70 million homeless animals. For every puppy or kitten born into a breeding mill or backyard, an animal awaiting adoption at a shelter loses their chance at finding a home.
There are many responsible breeders out there. It just seems like you like to pick and choose what you think is bad. You can't do that because there are a lot of good people out there that treat their animals very kindly. I mean, nobody's perfect. You're going to have mistakes out there the more animals you have. It's more likely you're going to make a mistake the higher the quantity of something there is. It's just like frogs. You can't expect out of thousands of eggs that every one of them are going to survive. It's highly unlikely that that's going to happen. You're going to lose a lot of them.
Don't you think it's pretty irresponsible to continue breeding animals when so many suffer without homes? There's no such thing as a responsible breeder.
There are loads of responsible breeders out there. Nitpicking isn't going to help your claim any. Just look at all the pet shops where people walk in, the animals, how happy they are, the dogs wagging their tails, wanting to see all the people coming in. Don't you think if those animals were mistreated, that they would actually be terrified of people and not want to see them?
If someone is profiting from the sale of an animal, you can bet that animal's well-being is not a priority. Share this video and tap the link in our bio to take action for animals in the pet trade industry.
They're not going to treat their animals bad just because they're being paid for. It's quite the opposite. People will most likely purchase an animal that is happy and well taken care of. People wouldn't purchase these animals if they look like they were in bad condition. And owners wouldn't treat their animals poorly if they were trying to make profit, because they would want people to purchase their animals. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching this video. I'm really glad that I'm able to keep people entertained. Please remember to share this video, subscribe, like, and comment. And I'll see you next time.